Hi, baby. Baby. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. Good morning to whoever is there. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Beth Ann. Good morning, Pam. Good morning, Tennessee DJ. Are we pixelating? I don't know if our cell towers around here are being attacked by the bad weather. I'm good, Tennessee DJ. Well, when we go inside, it may start pixelating. If you babies would do me the kind favor of letting me know in chat, Susan, your video stream looks like crap. I hope you kids are doing okay today. Lisa, you've been off YouTube forever. Life's been rough. Things are looking up, but you missed me. Well, I'm glad you're here. And I'm very sorry to hear that things have not been going well for you. Today's live stream is absolutely content free. I told you guys on the last live stream that our next live stream, hi Lisa Kleckner, that the next live stream we did, this one, would be like nothing, like silly, ridiculous, dumb, whatever adjective you choose. And I had this little window of opportunity because my hubby Bob has gone fishing. Hi, Bama Cat. We don't have any mods in here yet. Hi, Beth Ann, if I missed you, honey. We don't have any mods in here, but I expect you kids to behave yourselves. Yeah, right. So, yeah. My husband who retired and then actually didn't retire. You know, after he retired, he decided to go to work with our friend Steve, lawn care. Well, I don't know about where you guys are, but here where I am, it has been raining for like 2 weeks. I can't mow the yard. I'm getting irritated about it. So, yeah, gripe. I can't mow the yard. And all of my socks are getting wet from walking the dog. No, I don't walk the dog in just sock feet. But the shoes that I wear when I walk the dog, hi Cherokee girl. But the shoes I wear when I do walk the dog obviously are not waterproof. Bama Cat makes you want to go fishing. He's actually down by the river, but he's not living in a van. Hi, Eve. And I asked him, I did the double check. Have you got your fishing license? Yes. Do you have a trout stamp? Yes. Okay. You're allowed to go. So I wanted to grab just a short window of opportunity to come on with absolutely no content whatsoever. Hi, Susan. So at the risk of us beginning to pixelate, I want to show you guys my Dallas Red Daylilies. Oh, what a difference a day makes when you are a flower gardener. I made a short, I think 2 days ago, pretty sure it was 2 days ago, And in the short, I captured the one bloom, or maybe 1.5, on the Dallas Reds that was open at the time. As I said, oh, what a difference a day makes when you love to garden with flowers. And I'm hoping that we will not pixelate because I want to show them to you. You're going to be so jelly. Don't hate me. It isn't my fault that the universe gave me a green thumb. I didn't even know I had a green thumb until I was an adult. So, now, even though we are doing a content-free live stream, I am, by the way, braless because we are a braless kitchen cult. And when we do content-free live streams, well, if you're in a place where it would not be appropriate for you to be braless, we totally get it. And you're not required to be braless to be here. I mean, how would we know? But if you are capable and able and you want to be braless, now is the time to do it. So, yeah. Right now, I'm keeping a cautious eye on Mr. Weeby, one of the rescue cats who has decided he wants to cross the road. It's one of the problems with having community cats that you rescue, have spayed and or neutered, get them shots, get them wormed, and then turn them back out into the community. And you live on a busy road. You're definitely free today, Tennessee DJ. Okay. Now, babies, now you know when I'm on the phone like this, your chat fades a lot. And so if I've missed you in chat, I'm sorry. And I'll try to catch you here in a few minutes before we say goodbye on a totally content-free live stream. And some may say, if you're new, especially, hi, Cynthia. If you're new, you may think or even say out loud to yourself, why would a channel holder on YouTube go live with absolutely no freaking content? Well, because there's plenty of content out there. Some of it's really good. Some of it is excellent. Some of it kicks rocks, and some of it sucks butt. Hi, Grammy B. You're not competent this morning. Well, you're competent enough to be in chat, baby. So, on the occasion, yes, Lisa, exactly. Sometimes, especially when there's a lot of drama and melodrama and tit for tat and this for that and yada, 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 blah, 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 it's nice to kind of gather up with your tribe, if you will, and just hang out with no particular destination in mind. And Grammy B, nothing happened. Well, Grammy B, the drama and the melodrama is not in the community that you babies, I don't ever see any of you. Hi, AC. I don't ever see any of you babies where I go. But Grammy B, just to touch on what I meant by that in the Sebastian Rogers case. Y'all know about Sebastian Rogers, surely. You know, he's 16 now, but he was 15 when he went missing on February 25th, 26th of 2024 out of Hendersonville, Tennessee. Brown hair. I think he has brown eyes. Anyway, on the channels, Grammy B, that are covering Sebastian, not the true crime channels, not like Grizzly True Crime, you know, the real true crime channels. I'm talking about the Crama and Drama channels. It's ugly. As a matter of fact, as I predicted in March of 2024, Grammy B, it's Summer Wells 2.0. Sadly. And the boy has, yeah, please feel free to fill this chat with green hearts for Sebastian if you wish. Quickly, there are no updates that I have found this morning regarding missing Paige Kemp, Jessica Paige Kemp, but she goes by Paige. We've talked about her here on the channel the last few lives, and I've been making community posts and a couple of shorts in Paige's behalf. Paige is 32, and she is missing here in Arkansas from she was camping, primitive camping near Lake Ashbaugh here in Arkansas, over in Greene County. And she has not been seen nor heard from, at least as the public knows, since the 5th of May. So, behind the scenes, and I'll let you know right up front, it did not pan out. But behind the scenes, for just a little while there, about a 24-hour period over the weekend, there was a potential sighting in Hot Springs, Arkansas of Paige, but it was not her, sadly. Let's go look at my Dallas Reds. Yeah, Tennessee DJ, it's absolutely heartbreaking. Thank you, Grammy B, for the prayers, and thank you, kids, for... Hi, Brianna, if you're here, honey. I think I saw somebody say hi to you. Let's look at the Dallas Reds, and then let's go inside. Bama Cat, they are, and they may be too loud. And Susan, thank you for the purple hearts. Y'all feel free, as always. Brianna, you're still looking into Hot Springs. Okay. Thank you for that update, sweetheart. The last update I had from you behind the scenes made me cry. But y'all, Brianna, who is in our chat, is she knows the family, and she's working behind the scenes on the case of Paige Kemp, missing here in Arkansas. All right, let's hope. Just came about this morning. It just came about this morning. Okay, baby, we're praying, and we're sending out the good vibes. Hi, Cupcake. Y'all, there's a little bit of rain starting to patter, so hurry up and get out here. And hope I don't lose yous. Look at this, y'all. Ooh, I hear a cat fight across the road. Look at this display. Like I said, hopefully we're not pixelating. Aren't they beautiful? Okay, I don't want my phone to get wet, so my lavender, the hydrangeas, okay. Are we still here? I'm not going to try to wipe the little raindrops off of my screen because who knows what might go haywire. Were you able to? Hi, Flies. Baby, you're the only mod in here, I'm pretty sure. Okay, are we pixelating? It's like, stop asking us that. I want it to stop raining. Y'all, I'm getting cabin fever. Just looking at your chat. Flies, everybody's behaving. I haven't seen anybody getting out of line over here. To you, Flies on the coleslaw. Do I have something but no, for a second I was like, do I have something green between my teeth? Hey. Yeah, Flies. Almost always, isn't it, honey? Almost always. Not like the old days. The old days being eons ago of what, almost 4 years now. Over 3.5 that we've been here on YouTube. The channel has changed a lot. I've evolved, grown, become more grounded, learned more about how things work here, learned more about what to say, what not to say. Been putting more into practice. You had a beautiful deer this morning, Lisa Kleckner. Putting more into practice the thing that I've shared with you guys that my mama used to say to me. Just because you think it doesn't mean you need to say it. So, trying to put a little more positive spin on things over here. So, to give you kids a different place to go, something a little bit different to waste your time on YouTube. Pam, you're going to the heart doctor tomorrow at 10:30. Okay. I know you've really been struggling, sweetheart, health-wise and otherwise. I wish there was something I could do for you, Pam. Just know that for those who pray, prayers are coming your way. For those who don't, that good vibes are coming from them your way. Pam, you know already, honey, that this channel, not only me, but the people who gather here are compassionate, caring, loving people, warm-hearted people. As you can see in the chat right now. One of these days, if it ever stops raining here in North Central Arkansas, I might actually do something with my hair to shift gears. I decided several days ago that I wanted to try French bangs. I went a little too deep over here. Here on our content-free live stream where I'm putting my hair down and messing with it in the kitchen. Don't try this at home. I do not recommend messing with your hair in your kitchen. I look like a dog. I look like instead of French bangs, I ended up with dog ears. I have dog ears. Okay. Good morning, Bobby. I know, Lisa. Because I went too far. Okay, if you decide you want French bangs, is that Gary Bishop? Who is that? Okay. What the hell? I know, Bobby. No way, Gary. Now stop it. Stop it right now. Okay, I went too deep. Back this way. And so now the reason my hair looks stiff is because I have mousse in my hair. Not remove the antlers before I put the mousse in my hair. And the hooves. I removed the antlers and the hooves. All right, now. So and the hair got wet in the rain. Okay, so that's why my hair looks like it's dry and stiff. It's the mousse. Okay, this is supposed to be part of my French bangs right here. And instead, of getting French bangs, I got dog ears. So here's what I'm thinking about doing if it ever stops raining in Arkansas. I'm sure the rice growers love it. You know, Arkansas, I don't know if we still are, but for many, many, many years, Arkansas was the #1 rice producing geographical location, like in the fucking world. Pardon my language. We, being the state of Arkansas, were exporting rice even to Asian countries. And so I'm sure the rice lovers and the duck hunters just think it's great. Okay, but what I'm going to do, and I'm thinking I'm going to do it on a live stream. Let me put my dog ears behind my human ears. Is doing a butterfly cut. Because if I do a butterfly cut, then hopefully the layering in the front will connect with my dog ears here and taper down. And I've never cut my hair on a live stream. I've never videotaped myself cutting my own hair. I've been cutting my own hair for years and years and years. Oh, I'm glad you think it's funny, Carrie Bishop. Carrie Bishop? Whatever. I think I'll just leave my dog ears in the front just to have people, so that you guys, oh, now you're rolling on the floor and laughing, not just laughing out loud. It's not a LOL. It's a ROFLMAO. Whatever, Carrie Bishop. Whatever. So woof, woof, dog ears. Poppy Red Mustang, I am addicted to Wayne. I'm absolutely, I started to say I love him. Wayne Tuggle. I've even shared a couple of his things, I think, here on the community tab. I'm not positive about that. Wayne is awesome. I like his personality. You know, he's the guy I was talking, Poppy, I don't know if you were here that day, but I was talking about the guy that I watch on YouTube hi Lillian, hi Sadie Girls Mama. I was talking about the fellow that I watch on YouTube who is a professional hairstylist, but shows us how to do things ourselves if we want to, which isn't that cool? You know, it's like a plumber telling you how to fix your own toilet, electrician telling you how to repair your own wiring, a carpenter telling you how to finish off the windowsill. It's really cool. So I have been watching Wayne for quite a while. So it wasn't Wayne I was watching when I cut my dog ears, AKA French bangs. I watched someone who had watched someone and they were doing it and I went too deep. I know, Poppy. And Poppy, when he smiles, hi, act right, bitches. When Wayne smiles, does it not like light up the whole? I mean, he's one of those guys. He's really tan. He's super handsome. And his teeth are so white. It's almost like blinding when he smiles, and he smiles a lot. I know, Poppy. Yeah. Plus, he's just got a really cool personality, in my opinion. So, yeah. Now, I don't know if you guys have been seeing any of, and we're shifting gears again. Well, thank you, Act Right. I wish you could stay. But I'm glad you just popped in. You better give me a thumbs up while you're over here, girly girl. Carrie Bishop has been having the joy of grandbabies. Along with what? I don't want to say. Carrie, because it's not mine to say, but let me ask this, Carrie, are the babies, okay, Act Right. Thank you, honey. Carrie, are the babies feeling better? Let me just ask it that way, and then if you want to say anything, you can, and if not, you can tell me in my own damn business. Or to ask you privately, not on a worldwide social media, public worldwide. Yeah. Okay, good. Hi, PG little girl. Okay, Carrie. All right. But just so you guys in chat know, Carrie had the grandbabies and they weren't feeling real good for a little while. Now, what I was going to say, and the guy's name won't come to my mind. Gavin. Dang nabbit, the last name's not coming to my head. It's the stuff I've been sharing over the last 24 hours on our community tab about the escaped murderer rapist near here. Have any of you babies been seeing any of that? Baby, your daughter's got the flu now. Oh, darling. Carrie, be careful. Tennessee DJ, baby, I was pretty sure that you had seen it because I think that you left a comment at least under one of the posts. Guys, now listen, as a reassurance, the prison near Calico Rock, Arkansas, which happens to be where my mother was born and raised. My mom was the switchboard telephone operator in Calico, Arkansas in 1936. Carrie, you've been seeing it. Okay. Yeah, flies, I know. What the fuck? Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to do that in case you got kids around. Act Right, you missed it, honey. Well, I've been putting quite a bit on. As a matter of fact, I uploaded a little bit longer piece this morning. And I don't know why this man's last name won't come to me. Okay. I'm boing, boing, boing. This guy, I think he's like 52 or 56, Can't remember which. And I don't want to pull stuff up because I'm just doing a chatting with you guys. I don't want to start pulling up receipts and stuff. The receipts are on the community tab. And I'll keep posting. A lot of posting about Paige Kemp. All right. Calico Rock, Arkansas is in Izard County, Izard, Izard County. And it is about 65 miles by highway from where I live. It's just across the highway from, as I put in a community post, my granny, she's not alive, so there's no worry there. But it's right across the road from my deceased granny's log cabin, her house that she lived in all the time. I was a little baby, little kid, little toddler in preschool growing up. And some years ago, and of course, like any community, the community didn't want the prison. Not going to go off on that tangent. But needless to say, the prison was built anyway. This guy was a police chief in Gateway, Arkansas. He was a constable for a number of years over around Eureka Springs, Arkansas. He was a corrections officer. And he shot and killed a man. Shot and killed him. And then pled guilty to the murder. And he got 30 years for it. When he was arrested for the murder, they took DNA. The DNA matched up with a rape from 1997 of an elementary school teacher here in the state of Arkansas. DNA after he murdered somebody. The two cases are not related, other than this man is the man that did both of the crimes. He eventually pled guilty on the rape charge and got 50 years. So he's got a total of 80 years, essentially life at his age, right? This sumbitch, somehow or another, and the investigation is going on with the Department of Corrections. Somehow or another, this feller got a hold of enough of this, that, and the other thing to manufacture, in air quotes, if you will, a semblance of a law enforcement uniform and walked the fuck out of the prison. He is considered to be extremely dangerous and potentially armed. There are roadblocks in and around the entire vicinity. Right now, they're thinking, they being law enforcement, they're thinking that he is likely still over around yonder somewhere, but he hadn't got any people over there. I do. It ain't but a little piece down the road from where he escaped from to my sister's sons and their families, their wives, their children, and their grandchildren. I ain't worried for me. Even if this feller's trying to get back over to Benton County where he committed both of those crimes up in northwest Arkansas. Even if he's trying to traverse the state to get back to where he come from. I ain't worried for me, but I am worried for my family, my sister's babies. It would take him a little while, but he's been escaped for 2 days now. And it wouldn't take but about a half a day to walk to where they are. It's extremely rural, extremely mountainous, many streams. The White River runs smack dab through Calico Rock. When I was a little kid, you had to take a ferry across the White River to get out of Izard County into Stone County. Now they've built a bridge. So, with the post that I'm making on this escaped murderer rapist, that law enforcement is telling the public, if you see this man, do not approach him. Now listen to me. If you live in Arkansas and you live anywhere near Izard County, Stone County, Baxter County, Fulton County, maybe Cleburne County, if you live anywhere near that area and you see this fella, you are to call 911. Do not approach him. A fella that he used to work with in law enforcement over in Eureka Springs on the news said, and I'm paraphrasing, not quoting, this is not a good man. He should, according to this other law enforcement officer, this man should never have been in law enforcement to begin with. He's got a bad temper, he said. He's volatile. And he's on the run. So if you live over anywhere in that area, don't you try to take him down. If you see him, don't do nothing. I'm sorry, I'm talking Arkanese. Do not do anything other than calling law enforcement and making damn sure that you and yours are secure. In the meantime, for me and Mr. Bob, just in case, as always, my Taurus 380 is always fully loaded and one in the chamber, no safety. Okay? So don't you worry about me, Mr. Bob. You pray for my family and anybody else that this monster might get a hold of. And pray that law enforcement finds him and finds him fast and gets him into maximum security. Please. Okay. Hey, Holly girl, how you doing, baby? I will be, Carrie. Holler girl, 9mm looks real good on you. Oh, baby. Yeah, well, I started to say you ought to see me when I'm holstered up, but there actually is a short on this channel of me talking about exercising my constitutional rights and getting ready to go do some target practice and wish I could take y'all with me. The video's about 3.5 years old. It is the video on this channel. I've had more views. I've had, I think, like 6,000 views on that short. I hadn't come anywhere near that on anything else I've ever done. But it's in vertical, in portrait position, because it's a short. And when I'm doing it, I on purpose just kindly tip the phone down just enough that you can see my Taurus 380 on my hip. Yeah, it makes me at 4'11" makes me look like I could take down a giant. I can't take down a giant, but a Taurus 380 can. Hi, Sandy Gant. You have a 38? Absolutely, baby. Absolutely. Fly, so that's why I always say I got sinkholes and they got options. Yeah, and see, when it comes to a character like this, I better not say what I started to say. Y'all, I just got off of probation 2 days ago with YouTube for my community guidelines violation on Jody Sue Brown. Tried to mind my P's and Q's, but when it, okay, how can I say what I was going to say, but in using a euphemism? Discharge first and ask questions later. Flies in her dang sinkholes. Holla girl, honey, I haven't shot a 9mm in so long. I am so comfortable with this little Taurus 380 that my hubby got for me. I mean, it fits in my hand. You know what I mean? It feels good in your hand. Holla girl, you know what I mean? And any of you other ladies that carry. It's just got that nice, snug, comfortable feeling. And it feels good on my hip. It's not too heavy, but it's heavy enough that it makes me feel like it's in charge. And yeah. Almost what? Holla girl, the one that I had the worst experience with kickback for me way back in the 1970s, must have been around 1971, maybe 1972, as I recall. My fiance, who later became my husband, had a .357 Magnum revolver, of course. And I had never shot one. Holler girl, oh my Lord. Even with proper stance and holding that thing, I thought it was going to do that. It didn't. That boy, it was how it kept from doing that, I don't know. Act right, 12 gauge with pumpkin ball. Laid your ass backwards and your shoulders blue. Yeah, baby. Y'all, I've never shot a shotgun. I'm scared of them. Now, I've shot. Boy, this live is we're talking about something we ain't never really talked about. In the 1980s, when I was dating an Arkansas State trooper who was actually an undercover narcotics dude for Arkansas State Police, he would take me out on the shooting range, on the practice range. And he pulled out one of them to where sometimes it's semi-automatic and sometimes it's automatic. And wow. He took it off a semi-automatic, put it on automatic for me. And of course, I wasn't aiming at a target. I was aiming at the dirt bank. It was like a machine gun in a movie. And when I was done, I handed it back to him and said, okay, I'm good. I'm good. Act like your granny handed you a shotgun. Now, my granny, the one that lived in the log cabin over near the prison where the fellers escaped from, if she caught you in her watermelon patch stealing watermelons, you were likely to get a hind end full of rock salt coming out of a shotgun. So, now, babies, I had a kind of a low charge to begin with, and I can't really think of anything else in our content-free. Sandy, you were raised with guns. I was too, honey. I was too. Y'all, I grew up in the era where where I live now and around where I live now, where my people came from, everybody had a rifle rack in the back window of their pickup truck, and everybody had at least one rifle in that rifle rack. Teenage boys come to school driving their old pickup trucks. Beat all the shit the pickup truck was. But they had them a nice Winchester 30-30 in that rifle rack in the back window of the truck. You don't see that anymore. Good reason. I understand why. And it's a good thing. But there's something about those days. When y'all get to be my age, you will often speak of the things you used to do and the things that you remember from your lifetime that are no longer around. And I'm sure there are things now that exist that by the time y'all get another 30, 40 years on you, you'll look over your shoulder in your mind's eye and you'll say, whatever happened to pay telephone booths? Whatever happened to fax machines? All right, so let me find something here to read you and get a song in mind to sing you out, and we'll say goodbye, and hopefully I get that done before the battery runs out. I hadn't got a warning yet. Let's read a short piece from Getting the Most Out of Life, published by the Reader's Digest in 1946. And as always, as I'm reading, if you want to, let's take this old stuff and see if we can apply it to things like, oh, I don't know, being on YouTube. Not only as one who has a channel, but as a subscriber, a listener, a viewer, a chatter, and a commenter. As always, here again, it is a cold reading. I have no idea what we're about to experience here. This is titled, Be a Good Listener. I recently met a distinguished botanist at a dinner party. I had never talked to a botanist before, and I literally sat on the edge of my chair the whole evening while he spoke of hashish and potatoes and Luther Burbank and indoor gardens. Midnight came. I said goodnight and departed. The botanist then turned to our host and paid me some very flattering compliments. I was, quote, most stimulating, close quote, a, quote, most interesting conversationalist, close quote. An interesting conversationalist? I had said hardly anything at all. I couldn't have said anything if I had wanted to without changing the subject, for I know nothing about botany. But I had done this. I had listened intently because I was genuinely interested. And he felt it. Naturally, that pleased him. That kind of listening is one of the highest compliments we can pay. And that is the secret of success, alike in social conversation and in a business interview. Remember that the man you are talking to is 100 times more interested in himself and his wants and problems than he is in you and your problems. His toothache means more to him than a famine in China. Think of that the next time you start a conversation. And if you want people to like you, Be a good listener and encourage them to talk about themselves. The end. If you're new, hi, by the way, my name is Susan. Welcome to Liplocked Nomore, the most audacious, weird, outlandish, and sometimes very informative and meaningful channel on YouTube. I don't have a band anymore. Had a number of them. So I'm imagining the band starting the song that I'm about to sing you out with. And since you kids are consumers of YouTube, obviously, see if you can apply the words to this song to any YouTube experience. I got to start out low because it's got 4 verses and it modulates 3 times, and hope I can remember the words. On the way to work one morning, down a path alongside the lake, a tender-hearted woman saw a poor half-frozen snake. Its pretty colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. "Oh, say," she cried, "I'll take you in and I'll take care of you. Take me in, tender woman, take me in for heaven's sake. Take me in, tender woman," sighed the snake. She wrapped him up all cozy in a comforter of silk, and then laid him by the fireside with some honey and some milk. She hurried home from work that night, and soon as she arrived, she found that pretty snake she'd taken in had been revived. Take me in, tender woman, take me in for heaven's sake. Take me in, tender woman, sighed the snake. She clutched him to her bosom. "You're so beautiful," she cried. "But if I hadn't brought you in, by now you might have died." I messed up the words. She stroked his pretty skin again and then kissed and held him tight. But instead of saying thanks, the snake gave her a vicious bite. "Take me in, tender woman, take me in for heaven's sake. Take me in, tender woman," sighed the snake. One more. "I saved you," cried that woman, "and you've bitten me, but why? You know your body's poisonous, and now I'm gonna die." "Ah, shut up, silly woman," said that reptile with a grin. "You knew damn well I was a snake, before you took me in. Take me in, tender woman, take me in for heaven's sake. Take me in, tender woman. Slide the snake. Watch out for the snakes on YouTube. They're slithering everywhere. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here because I have dishes to wash and a floor to sweep and a living room to vacuum. Everything else is already done. Yeah, no receipts necessary as you go out into the world. Even here on YouTube, you have a number of superpowers. The one I recommend you use the most, kindness. Try it. You might like it, but beware of the snakes. I love you, babies. If I missed you in chat, I'm sorry, okay? I'll catch you the next time, or at least I'll try to do better. All right, now get out of here. Take me in, tender woman. Side the snake.